Hello, everybody. I come to share with you a bit of my story so you can understand why I am dedicated to support people to become their own best true self, health, and wealth. This comes from my own story. When I turned 26 years old, I was declared with an autoimmune disease. I felt my body as an very, very old body. So this was kind of the feeling of being trapped inside a 100-old-year body. From my 26 years old, I was so used to do a lot of sports, have a lot of energy with an amazing health. And something went wrong. Something went out of my control. As a recovered perfectionist, I had everything under control. And sometimes life brings you things that you cannot control anymore. I lost my dad the day after I turned 25 years old, and I had an amazing connection with him. He was my first coach. He taught me a lot of things about wealth, about life, about sports, and I got this discipline from him to really work hard for the things that you really want and go to it. He was like that. But I was always trying to be the perfect princess for him and trying really hard to maybe thinking that he would love me more or he would applaud me because I was more. But it was exhausting, to be honest. Always trying to be more and more and more for someone else, not even for me. When he died, I lost my base, my floor, and I had to rebuild my self-esteem. I didn't know by then. I know now better. But by then, what happened to me is that I lost completely my floor. So I was broken into pieces. I felt super insecure. I didn't have any support. And I felt very lonely. Even I had the rest of my family, I didn't have that connection that I had with my dad. And I felt he left me behind. So with this feeling inside and trying to work with the pain of his loss, I got sick. I had a lot of problems working with my family. We had a lot of fights. It was difficult to kind of organize ourselves with such a different personalities, but we had to do it. So everything collapsed in my spiritual and what I was trying to control and holding. Everything collapsed and broke down. And then I had no idea what to do with this. But I keep on pushing myself, pushing, till my body stopped me because I couldn't move forward. I had very weird symptoms and a lot of pain in my bones and in my muscles. So literally, I couldn't move forward. Of course, I went to the doctor and said, like, what is happening with me? They give me a lot of corticoids and a lot of blood tests, and then they declare my autoimmune disease. So I swallow it. I said, okay, this is my new reality. This is what will happen to me. And I will need to live this way. I was already living as a victim of being lonely, victim of the death of my dad, victim of having bad marriage, victim of life. And being sick, it was another reason to be more victim. And because I was so used to do what I did, like living as a victim, that I keep on going that way. But at the side, I keep on working on my wealth, constructing things, using the money wisely, building different businesses, and it went very well. But again, my health stopped me. And I couldn't do much more because my body couldn't do much more till I received my baby. I became a mother of a son that came with severe food allergies. We didn't know what was happening, so we tried to meet every gastroenterologist around and look for different resources. We did a lot. And to be honest, this mother power make you move faster, farther, with a power that you don't even believe that you have. Of course, I never use all of that for myself, because when the doctor told me I was sick, I said, okay, this is it. And then he told me, probably you will die from this, and sooner than you think. So, and I swallowed the diagnosis, and I was living with that. But when they told me what my son had, I didn't accept it. And I did all in my power and much more to help him. That we cross borders and we end in Costa Rica with a solution. That solution brought me health to me too. So when you sometimes think, I don't know why this is happening, well, probably I asked that in that moment. As a first time mom, I thought, why it need to be so difficult, the first baby? Like it was, a lot to handle. And this was the reason, because he came to show me the way, the path that I needed to do. From that, we start going to the health. We change our food nutrition, how we mix the food, what we choose to make our body feel amazing, how to stop eating the food that make me sick. And my body started feeling amazingly healthy. It was unbelievable. And I stopped taking all the pills. I throw them in the toilet and I flush. So that was the risky part, that I said I trust in this process, like my heart knew that this was the path. And I took it. I start. I'm sure I wasn't ready. If somebody told me after the diagnosis, this natural medicine will help you more, of course, I couldn't listen in that moment. So, but then I did more things for my son that I could do for me, because I love him so much. And to be honest, that showed me that I love him so much. And that love, I didn't have it for myself. That's why I accept the diagnosis. I didn't believe in myself or in my body. And okay, we changed the food, we changed the diet, things start coming much better, but I still had kind of a 30% of my disease. And sometimes I start something and I have a project and then my body brings me down again. And one day I decided that I couldn't move further before I resolve the issue with my body. That I can choose to be happy. I can choose to be healthy. I had it everything to be immensely happy. Why I wasn't happy? Why I was still sick? And then I decided that I would choose differently. And I said to myself, today I choose to decide to be happy because it's my right and it's good for my health. And from then on, I start changing my brain and my spirit. I think with that decision, I open a door of possibilities. Then I start following a coaching program that took me to the moon and farther. I discovered the spiritual path. Before I pray, I had a lot of faith in God, in religion, but I didn't do much with it. This time, I felt my spirit. I felt connected directly with my spirit, and then I start recognizing who was inside this body and start listening my body. Then I start changing my mindset and releasing all the negativity, all the bad habits. Slowly, I start constructing my new habits, my new discipline for success. That brought me 4 years ago to go for a checkup and being completely healthy. The doctor couldn't believe it. He called even the lab to ask because it couldn't be possible. So I made the impossible possible. I fight against the odds because I trust my body, I connect with my spirit and my mind, and I knew this was possible for me. And because I said yes to this possibility, the universe brought me opportunities and tools to make the change in me. I start everything for me because now I love myself. I'm not the one from before. Now I appreciate myself. I love myself. And I think that I have the right to be happy. That's my duty in life, first of all. And then I discover that I could help others with this because all the tools and the experiments I process in my 13 years of investigation on how to heal our own body, I said, like, people cannot pass the same that I did. This should be faster. 13 years is a long way, and sometimes it's for life. But I can tell you, against of what my dad told me once, that he was too tired to fight the cancer and that it was too late for him, that day I promised myself to never say it's too late. So I'm building day after day, because it's never too late to restart what you really want to do, or rechange, rebuild, or have fun if you didn't have fun before. It's never too late. Never. Even if it's the last day on earth, it's never too late. So for me, I apply now the best tool I have received in my hands, because my body was so stuck, so freeze, stiff, and in pain that literally I couldn't move. But this wasn't only a physical thing. This was my spirit couldn't move. My mind couldn't move. And I was trapped in all this pain. I had soul pain, heartbroken. I feel alone. I had so many emotions hidden in my body from years and years, because I didn't knew that you had to release the emotions. Even when I was crying, I remember my father telling me, don't cry, everything is okay. So I learned to stop crying. How many things we annulled, or we think they're not important because somebody told us, and we repeat and repeat, and we hide everything in our bodies till our bodies say, no more, we're saturated. And then is when the problems come, big problems. So what I changed in my life is nutrition, that I have studied years. And I'm a certificate in a nutrition program that I can share with you too. I am a certified movement for life therapist. What is this? Is to heal through movement. Even in the moments that your body is so stiff that you don't even imagine of moving it, you can use your mind and your spirit and start moving from the inside. And then your body will flow. Or you can do it the reverse. So many times we hide inside emotions, fears, anger, pain, fears, and so many more things. And how do we release them? With movement. We start moving the body. So then your emotions can flow outside. Because I will tell you, and this I tell you because I know, the body is not meant to be a drawer or a closet of emotions, traumas, and life experience. Your body is meant to move. And if you don't move the body, you're not using the body as you should. The emotions and the experiences and the traumas should pass through your soul so you can learn and keep on going. So you take only the learnings. You don't attach to them, because then you continue suffering. So this is a fluidity of emotions, so you can feel balance. You don't control what is coming, but when something is coming, you can let it pass. You don't hide them, or you don't attach to them. You just let them pass and flow through that. Whatever happens in life, if there's an accident, if there's a death, of course it will be a lot of pain around, but you have to leave the pain. Nobody told me that before. And I thought that I wasn't supposed to cry. And I hold the pain of the death of my dad for at least 3 years. And then my body didn't resist. And I started crying, even in the traffic lights. I went to the toilet and I started crying with no reason at all. So this was out of my control. My body was out of my control. My emotions were out of control because my body was totally saturated. And now my body flows. And how can I show you that it really flows, that these really have amazing results? I had recently a ski accident. A guy hit on my legs and he twisted my legs, so I needed a ligament operation. And the doctor told me, Maria, you will need 6 months, no driving, using crutches, and yeah, you need to adapt. I said like, oh my God, 6 months. How do I do as a single mom, doing everything with my 2 kids? It's not an easy job. And well, I apply what I know. I changed my nutrition to really put it in the most balanced way, so my body get all the energy and don't need to put energy in digestion, in fighting the food. And second, I flow like crazy. At the beginning, I couldn't move, but I did everything in my brain, like a meditation. And the body started moving, and I started going so fast that I was ready in 6 weeks. I didn't take pills. I have, yes, a kinesiology that made me move my knee. But my spirit was amazing. And this time, I said to my body, I really trust you. I feed you well. I have the mindset. So now you have to do your job. I support you. And oh, wow. I was amazed because my body did an amazing job. What I do now is through different programs, I try to put in you the seed of the movement. So then you can use it for the rest of your life. Move through excellent health, a fantastic self, and get your wealth, because you deserve to be abundant. You deserve to have the health to do whatever you need to do and you want to do. But how this will happen if we don't have clarity in what we really want to do, in how we really want to feel? Why we need to wait till we stop working, or one day I will have more time, or there's no money, or I have too many things to do? Why we have to wait for that? So that means you're telling your body, hey, you have to wait because I have better things to do, like going to work. What happens if that body gets sick? You cannot go to work. What happens if that body gets a depression? You cannot go to work. You cannot help your family. You cannot be in charge of your kids. You cannot enjoy life. You cannot travel. So, where are our priorities? That is the clue. Having clarity and getting your priorities. And that's what I'm so good at. So I can help you to build a discipline, habits to get what you want, to get your life moving forward as you deserve it. Bye. Take care and share this if you think that somebody need to hear this. Comment if this makes sense to you. What did you took from this class? What you needed to hear? I'm sure many of these things you have heard about it, or maybe they're totally new. But I will tell you that you have it all inside you. You know this. When you connect with your spirit, I know that you have it in here. But you're not using it. And if you haven't used it till now, why you will start using it now? That's what I come to support you, to get it done, to start moving, to support you in what you want to do, and to recover back what you want to do, your dreams. Take care. Ciao.